what you would pay out, or how much of that utility is that whole, if it's just head of household members on here. And that's what everybody out there is listening to, all your on and off reservation members. And I beg to differ that this is a red flag. And the reason why is you had two other payouts you called a hardship grant. Why weren't they red flags? How can you sit here and tell this body of government that other ARPA payouts were justifiable and then tell them this one cannot be justifiable, that it's a red flag, when you already have a system assigned? You actually have just a one-page paper on and off reservation members. And how we justified that was that the money would be going back in the economy here. We don't really know if that economy is working or not, but what we do know is that we did not shut down. Even though you guys had lockdowns and stuff, our businesses were still up and running. Some of them say they lost money, and that may have been the case, but economically, we poured our money into here. So I just wanted to say that as a District 5 member / District 1 member, because I get tossed around, but what matters mostly is that I'm a Cheyenne River Sioux tribal member, so wherever I live, it doesn't matter. But you have to be fair. Wana, traditional law, fairness. In District 5, so all your other districts want to have a payout and everything, but really you're going to send us back to our district where we can't go and voice our opinion. So those of us who have to come here and talk directly to the tribal council, so that we know that we could be protected and we won't be assaulted, and whatever sergeants of arms you assign and stuff, and threaten for us to be thrown in jail for disorderly conduct, public nuisance. Those types of things are the assaulting that's happening to your people, but yet none of you will enforce your code of ethics. So with all due respect, if you chronologically get this law and you follow it all, I want to hear, one, where's the action for the $9 million? And why District 5 doesn't get a full allocated $4 million in their budget? We can't account for those dictatorship rulers who make rules on their own. That didn't come from all of our people. And two, if you do pay out, I would like to see the numbers. Before you go into executive, you address the numbers that could possibly be paid out. Is it going to be a $600 payout, or is it going to be a $5,000 payout? And if somebody could answer those questions, I'd greatly appreciate it. Lila Wopalatanka.
Thank you, Mr. Ball. Mr. Issa.
Motion to go in executive.
Motion. Go ahead.
If I can ask Mr. Knife, was there houses that were purchased at District 2? None? There was a whole list, right? Yeah, so all that money is still there? Wow. Okay.
Yeah. We'll see.
Just because the thing about executive is then our members don't know what we're doing, and this is important to them. I want to tell you guys something. So we're all talking about utility assistance, which is a good thing. Council, there's a way we can do utility assistance from now forever. You know how that is? We go over there to the, we're all part of the Techo Yate Committee. Okay, and under Tetra law, there's a welfare clause in there, right? So we make a motion by resolution, just like we do with the automatic allocations, okay? And you do a utility assistance 3 months out of every year. I just talked to the treasurer; it's about $3.5 million. So every year, our members will get 3 months of utilities paid every year. That's what that money's there for, you guys, is to help our members of our tribe. But we play with it like a political football. We did it for education. They get $3 million, and it's good. That's good. Education gets that. But don't our members deserve something? And I know you guys don't want to hear it, but the utility assistance could be every year from this year going forward. $3.5 million, automatic allocation to develop under the welfare of Techa for utility assistance. December, January, February. Them are the hard months for you people, right? It's cold, winter time. That's all we got to do. And I know council don't like to hear that, but them are things that could be done with a little work. Treasurer said it can happen. We just got to do the work. Let's do the work. Thank you.
Thank you.
Motion to go in executive.
Ms. Hyock's gonna have the floor for a little bit, and then we're gonna take care of the attorney stuff.
Good afternoon, Tribal Council, executives, chairman, and listening public. I'm Vivian Hyock for the record. And the reason why I came here today, I was watching on live video, and I'm really concerned over this money. How many of you speak and understand Lakota in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many of you know what Wakapamani Tanka is? Can you tell me what Wakapamani Tanka is? That's the 1851 treaty. How about Wola Kotagahapi? How many of you know that? Wola Kotagahapi. That's making peace with the 1868 treaty. And the reason why I'm here is because I'm a descendant of a treaty, of a headsman or a chief. And all these monies that come into this tribe are because of us as treaty people. That's why these monies come, especially for the full blood. And yet you guys put stipulations and policies and all that in front of our people just to help our Ushika people. We're almost to 90% unemployed here. No housing, no jobs. We've been like that for decades. And this money came for the people, for all the people. I know some of you don't have to depend on it because you have big pocketbooks or big checkbooks or, cards up the wazoo and driving fancy vehicles. Think about our Ushika Lakota. We had a meeting at District 1 back on September, I think was it 27th or 29th. And those minutes hit the floor here on October 13th or 12th, on a Thursday. You guys listened to a woman come up here and condemn our people that made the motions to abolish that board and abolish the what they call them, the housing board. And I heard Ms. Jenna was talking earlier. He was talking about 13 people that were on the list. There is no list. I was there. They had a discussion that there was 13 people approved, but the housing list, those board members, there are several of them, 4 of them that resigned, and only 2 of them met. And you have to have 3 or more to approve the list. And then I remember Mr. Rose mentioning the policies where you have to have a structure, like a home site already, where you have your land and your water and your electricity already hooked up. And I don't believe any of those that were on that 13 that Ms. Jenowitz is bringing out were even established. So he's trying to manipulate you guys, council. And you guys are allowing him to. And his sister came in here too, bringing up her elder uncle. He called me a few days ago about a meeting, and he said he lives in California, but he'd like to come back to a Sioux Nation meeting that I was trying to organize or have. So he wasn't even living on the reservation. Now, these homes are for people that lived on the reservation in District 1 or in your district. So she's trying to manipulate. But this money came in for all of us. And you guys held up our motions, our minutes. When I came here on October 12th and 13th, you guys held up our minutes. And I just now heard them today discussing them. Did you guys pass them, our motions for distribution? And to dissolve that board and that housing list? There was no housing list anyway. But what's going on with our minutes? How come they're being held up? We had a quorum of maybe 19, 20 people. That's more than a quorum. Somebody is stating that there wasn't a quorum. We had a quorum that time. We made those motions. So remember, this money comes in for all of us, our Ushika. You guys don't have to worry about it because you already have jobs or advances or whatnot. But think about your people that voted you in. We want to pay out a distribution for every tribal member on and off the reservation. I had relatives in Canada that never got the payment. The relatives here. My cousin Ivan had 2 daughters that were never paid. My cousin Gerald has 3 grandchildren. Gerald Hayek had 3 grandchildren. They never got their payment. And each of them all got their money. And Shannon Brown back there had a grandchild. Where's that money at? Could you guys tell me? And I know there's many Goodwills up in Canada that were relatives and they never applied, so where's their money? My Buffalo relatives, my sister's children. None of them got money, so where's all that? We need a forensic audit on that, on what it was spent on. If there's only 12 million, where's their money at? Those that didn't apply or missed the deadline. Could you guys answer those? Or Treasurer? If you could answer those. Give us a report. But I just want to request today that you do the payout for all of us. We're all having a hardship. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hale.
Motion to go in executive.
Motion by Mr. Russo to go in executive, second by Mrs. Whitebull. All 4? 10, 11, 12. 12, 4.